here when I feel like dying. I'm trying to fly high, but I'm not a pilot, can't deny it. There's some days I feel idiotic, just a product of a system where you're lucky just to make a dollar. That ain't gonna stop me cause my grind's contagious. I'll do what it takes to turn passion to paychecks.
Hi guys, back again. Got a bit of a poorly fish this morning. Got one of my little tank mates, one of my Orandas, just giving him an Epsom salt bath, or her an Epsom salt bath. She was sitting on the bottom of the tank this morning, not doing too good. So I've just pulled her out. I meant to press record before I started, but I forgot. Let's give these a bit of a feed. Tidy this back up. Alright, bit of an Epsom salt bath, and then I'll put her in my quarantine tank. Put her in the quarantine tank. Give her a couple of days to recover. Hopefully nothing serious. So you've seen me feed this tub. This is just an old tub that I pour this into to make it easier. An old Saki Ikari GoldFish food. Expensive but great stuff, works really well, doesn't cloud my water, doesn't pollute my tank. Fish absolutely go wild for it, they're thriving on it. I feed them a mix of the Saki Ikari Balance and the Saki Ikari Colour. I'm just out of the colour packet at the moment. They're going wild on the bottom of the tank for it. Once she's had an Epsom salt bath, I'll put her into the quarantine tank, and then I'll salt this small tank I have here, which I use for there she is, or he is, an Oranda. She was just sitting on the bottom, looking like struggling to get up. Give her an Epsom salt bath to relax her, and like I say, then I'll put some aquatonic salts into this tank, and she can have a bit of a break on her own in there, because this tank over here gets a little bit boisterous, as you can see. The white comets get a bit frisky and end up chasing everything around constantly. So I need to go once the pond's built. I'll be in the pond temporary until I find them a new home. Wife won't be too happy, but I won't even notice. Other than that, everyone's been doing really well in this tank. I mean, 1,000 litres, 2 Fluval FX6s running this tank. See if I can show you now. My cupboards. So there's one FX6 running in this cupboard. Sorry about the video in. And another FX6 running in that cupboard. Lots of filtration going through these. Unlike most people, I do a water change probably every other day. 25%. A lot of fresh water in there for them. They're absolutely thriving on it. Everyone's doing well. A couple of koi I rescued in the previous video. It was in my quarantine tank because I went into a fish shop, and I won't mention names, and quite a big company as well in the UK. Fish looked on death's door. Most people would walk away, but not me. I Ended up paying 30 quid for 3 little koi just to get them out of there. And I treated them, salt, and I dipped them in a PP dip, potassium permanganate, and now they're thriving. That's one of them there. That was the poorest one, then this one, and then old Goldie. There's Goldie. Goldie's probably doing the best out of the 3. Always elusive, Goldie is. So just fed them, so they have the little feed, and then they go back to their little place. And then back out, so we can pan around a little bit. Where's Goldie go? Oh, there it is. Having a mooch around the boats, scrummaging for food. Old Spike. A lot of people probably won't think it's okay to have Spike in there, like I've said before, but for the time being, 1,000 litres, he's thriving in there again. He's probably doubled, tripled in size since he went in, so he'll have to move into the pond once it happens. Yeah, so there she is. Been in that now 4 or 5 minutes. Not seeing any issues in the scales or anything, but as you can see, she is not happy. Let's see if I can put that I'm not sure we can see now, but been in there about 5 minutes or so. Seems to be doing okay. Give it another couple of minutes and then we'll drop her into the main tank. Sorry, it's my quarantine tank. Tank that the wife's not too happy about. This is my son's tank, and he had it in his bedroom. But it'd been sat empty for a while and it needed to come out. I'll set it up in the living room, and I'll take some pictures and I'll put it up for sale. She was like, you won't. Fine, I don't want that in my living room. It's not staying in there. I said, I'll take some pictures, Bab, and I'll put it up for sale. Lovely little tanks, running a Fluval 406 on there. As you can probably see, both tanks have got heaters in, but there's no need for heaters because in my house, that tank there with cold water fish, I'm not sure that's coming up, it's at 26 degrees. This is again why I do regular water changes, so I can try and keep that temperature down. But other than that, the fish are not having any problems. Good morning, people. I've been doing out in the garden today, doing a little bit of painting of the fences, trying some different colours. But while I was thinking about it, I thought, I've got this fish with this problem. I've tested my main tank's water. I've used the Colombo set, and I've done a nitrite, nitrite test. A nitrite, you can see that, is on 0, which I'm happy about that. Surprised, because I am feeding heavily. I've done a test of my nitrate.
Gorilla Glue Clear, tough, foam free and crystal clear for the toughest jobs.
It's on 0 as well. So I'm pleased about that. What else did I do? And I tested the ammonia card. Tested the ammonia. And the ammonia's on a nice low level as well. So I'm showing 0 milligrams of everything, which is, can't complain, it's perfect. My pearly fish in the tank, I've tested that water as well and it's showing 0, 0, 0. I've had the fish out and I've checked everything. I can't find any issues or any problems with the fish. But it's still sitting on the bottom. Tell you what, let me show you. So here we are. He is still lying on the bottom. She's been down there a couple of days. Like I say, I've done water changes. This is my quarantine tank. The water is absolutely spot on. I can't find any issues with the water at all. And I've looked at the fish, I've scraped the fish. There's no parasites, no problems. But it's happily just sitting there, which is not great. There's a little bit of food I've put in. It doesn't seem to be feeding, so I'll get that back out shortly. I'm thinking it can only be a bit of a swim bladder problem, struggling to get off the bottom. I wondered whether it's been a bit egg bound maybe, because these guys in here have been going through a phase of chasing each other, rubbing up against each other, and so I think there's a few hormones floating around in the tank that's setting a few people off. But that fish in my quarantine tank, that Oranda, wasn't showing any signs of anything, so everybody seems well happy in here. Like I say, I'm pleased with the level of feed. I'm feeding sort of 5 times a day, bloodworm and pellet, and they get peas, broccoli, sort of different vegetation just to help with the digestive system. Some of them probably do look overweight, but they're not. That's just the type of fish they are. They tend to carry huge big bellies. Like I've said in previous videos, that wasn't my type of fish, but I am someone who likes to try all varieties and different things to see how they act and behave, and I'm thoroughly enjoying these guys. They are great fun. I mean, what always makes me laugh, this is the smaller end of the tank, that is the bigger end. Now look, spot the fish in that end, and then spot the fish in this end. And it's purely because I've moved over to the tank, and these guys are crazy. They love interaction. They come over. If I put my hand in the tank, they'll come up and they'll have a nibble on my fingers, and they are brilliant. Great fun. So let me get back to this water test, because I've purchased the Colombo water test kit. My old water test kit was out of date, so I bought and ordered a new one. And what I've just done, showing you on the video my test results, is I've noticed a bit of a flaw in this kit. This was my nitrate test, and when I held it up to yourselves, I held it by the lid so you could see the bottom. But these lids just push on and off, they don't screw. So if you try and shake and give the mixture a bit of a stir, it all comes out the bottle and all out the bottom. And what I did when I lifted it up to show you guys, the bottle slipped out the top of the lid, hit the deck and went all over everything. Right, soaked all my cards, they're now all creased, and for such a tiny amount of water, I'm surprised it did this, but you know, hey ho. But I'm still pleased with the results from the test. I'm showing 0 nitrite, 0 nitrate, and my ammonia level is at 0 as well. This test seems to be a pretty good test from Colombo. It comes, my side is absolutely soaked from where I dropped that bottle. It was only 10 ml of water. Unbelievable. So it comes with a nice case. It tests for acidity, carbonate hardness, general hardness, ammonia, nitrites, nitrates and phosphate. I will test the KH and the GH. Whether you're aware, KH, as it's known to everybody, is carbonate hardness. Just to see where I'm at with these levels in my water, but I've just got a feeling, because of how I keep my water, everything's going to be at a great level, but I will test on a weekly basis, or as and if I see any issues or problems.